First day versus. Today, a child's transformation since preschool began. The first day of preschool is one of those milestones that parents never forget. It arrives with a mixture of excitement and anxiety, a day when backpacks seem too large, shoes are slightly too loose, and emotions are overwhelming. For many children, stepping into a classroom filled with unfamiliar faces feels like stepping into a completely new world. There are tears, hesitant steps, and clinging little hands that don't want to let go. Parents smile to encourage them, but their own hearts ache, knowing this is the beginning of independence. That very first morning, everything feels uncertain. The classroom walls are decorated with cheerful colors, the shelves are lined with toys and books, and the teacher bends down with a warm smile, encouraging the child to join in. But for the child, the surroundings feel intimidating. The laughter of other children echoes loudly, and the idea of being apart from home is terrifying. Some children cry loudly, others stay quiet and observe, and a few hide behind their parents. The first day of preschool is often more about courage than about learning letters and numbers. It is the day a child takes their first step toward independence. Over those first few weeks, the transformation begins slowly. What once was overwhelming starts to become familiar. The shy child who sat at the edge of the room begins to inch closer to the activities. A teacher's gentle encouragement helps them hold a crayon, scribble on paper, or stack colorful blocks. Small victories build confidence. A hesitant smile grows into laughter as they realize preschool is not something to fear but a place where fun and discovery happen daily. Friendship becomes the next stage of transformation. At first, many children keep to themselves, clutching their favorite toy from home or watching others from a distance. But soon enough, a simple gesture like sharing a block, joining in a song, or holding hands during circle time changes everything. The child who once felt alone begins to form connections. A best friend is found, giggles are shared during playtime, and the joy of belonging begins to blossom. Preschool teaches more than academic skills. It teaches empathy, cooperation, and the beauty of community. Alongside social growth comes academic development. At the beginning, letters and numbers are mysterious symbols. A pencil feels awkward in small hands, and cutting paper with scissors feels nearly impossible. But as the months pass, progress is undeniable. The child begins to recognize letters, sing the alphabet song with confidence, and count objects with pride. They start to color within the lines, trace their name, and proudly show their parents their very first drawing of a house or a family. The learning is not just about facts and figures. It is about discovering the joy of curiosity and the thrill of achievement. Perhaps one of the greatest transformations is independence. On the first day, everything required help: tying shoes, zipping jackets, pouring juice, or opening a lunchbox. Parents were needed for every little detail. But slowly, the words "I can do it myself" begin to surface. The child learns to hang up their backpack, clean up toys, and take responsibility for their belongings. That sense of pride, of being capable and independent, is one of the most beautiful changes preschool nurtures. By the middle of the school year, the difference between the first day and today is remarkable. The child who once clung to their parent's hand now walks into the classroom confidently, sometimes even forgetting to wave goodbye. The tears that once flowed so easily are replaced with excitement to see friends, to tell the teacher about a new discovery, or to join in morning activities. The once silent observer is now the child who volunteers to answer a question, sings loudly during group time, and runs freely on the playground. The transformation is not just external, it is emotional as well. Preschool nurtures resilience. A child learns how to deal with disappointments, like losing a game or not getting the first turn with a toy. They learn to wait patiently, to share, and to express their feelings in healthier ways. They begin to understand empathy, comforting a friend who is sad or celebrating another's success. These emotional skills are just as important as the academic lessons, because they shape character and prepare children for the larger world that lies ahead. Looking back, the journey feels almost magical. The first day was filled with uncertainty and fear, but today is filled with joy and confidence. Parents often marvel at how quickly the change happens. That small child with the oversized backpack is now standing taller, speaking clearer, and shining with independence. It is almost as though a new child has emerged, one who is braver, kinder, and more self-assured. This transformation also affects parents deeply. On the first day, letting go felt almost impossible. Standing at the classroom door, watching their child cry, parents often wonder if they are doing the right thing. They replay questions in their minds. Will my child make friends? Will they feel safe? Will they be understood? For many parents, those first few hours feel like the longest of their lives. But as days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the answers reveal themselves. Parents see the growth firsthand. They see their child run to hug a friend, show off a new skill, or beam with pride at a piece of artwork. They hear stories about new songs learned, new games played, and new words spoken with surprising confidence. For parents, this transformation is bittersweet. The baby they once carried everywhere is slowly becoming independent, but at the same time, they are witnessing the beautiful unfolding of potential. The contrast between the first day and today is striking. On that very first day, there was hesitation, fear, and uncertainty. Today, there is courage, excitement, and confidence. The classroom that once felt intimidating is now a place of comfort and joy. The teachers who once were strangers are now trusted guides, partners in nurturing growth. The classmates who once were unknown are now close friends, the kind who share snacks, secrets, and giggles that echo long after school ends. These bonds teach children the meaning of community, something that textbooks alone can never provide. Preschool is much more than a stepping stone into education. It is a foundation for life. It shapes the way children see themselves and the world. It builds habits of curiosity, resilience, and kindness. It takes them from holding tightly to their parents' hands to holding confidently to their own sense of identity. And it does more than prepare them for kindergarten. It prepares them for challenges, friendships, and opportunities far beyond childhood. This story of transformation is universal, yet deeply personal. Every child's journey is unique, but the growth they experience is undeniable. The first day and today may look completely different, but both are essential chapters in the journey. Without the tears of the first day, the triumphs of today would not shine so brightly. Without the nervous beginnings, the confident endings would not feel so victorious. Each small struggle, each tiny victory, has been part of weaving resilience into their character. As preschool comes to an end, parents often find themselves reflecting on this incredible journey. They remember that first tearful goodbye, the uncertainty of the first morning, and the anxious hours spent wondering how their child was adjusting. And then they see the child now, laughing with friends, proudly carrying a backpack, eager to learn and grow, and they realize that the transformation has been nothing short of extraordinary. It is a living reminder that growth happens slowly, then suddenly, in ways that surprise and inspire. The difference between the first day and today is not simply measured in academic knowledge or physical growth. It is measured in courage gained, friendships formed, independence embraced, and confidence discovered. The child who once needed so much reassurance is now the one who reassures others. The child who once cried at the classroom door now runs joyfully toward it. The once timid little voice now sings proudly during class songs and answers questions with excitement. And so, the journey from the first day to today is more than just a phase of childhood. It is a portrait of transformation. It shows that with love, patience, encouragement, and the guidance of teachers and parents, children can blossom in ways that exceed every expectation. It is a reminder that every small step, every challenge, and every milestone matters. And it is also a reminder to parents that letting go is not losing. It is giving children the wings to grow, explore, and thrive. As parents look at their child today, they know this is only the beginning. Preschool was the first step in a much larger journey. If the transformation from the first day to today has been this extraordinary, just imagine what the future holds. The hesitant child has become a confident learner, a kind friend, and an independent thinker. The foundation has been laid, and the possibilities are endless. The world is opening up before them, and this is only the start of a lifelong adventure.